Negotiation is a skill that everyone needs, whether in business, relationships, or daily life. But what if you could approach every negotiation with confidence, knowing you have the tools to win? In this video, we'll break down the secrets to winning any negotiation easily. From understanding your counterpart to mastering the art of persuasion, you'll discover practical strategies that work in real-world scenarios. Let's start by exploring why negotiation is more than just getting what you want, it's about creating value for both sides. Ready to unlock the secrets? Let's dive in. Before entering any negotiation, it's crucial to know exactly what you want to achieve. Define your objectives clearly. Are you looking for the best price, a long-term partnership, or perhaps a compromise that benefits both parties? Having a clear goal helps you stay focused and prevents you from accepting less than you deserve. Write down your priorities and rank them. This way, you'll know which points are non-negotiable and where you can be flexible. Remember, clarity is power in negotiation. Successful negotiators always do their homework. Take time to research the person or organization you'll be negotiating with. What are their needs, interests, and possible constraints? Understanding their perspective allows you to anticipate objections and prepare persuasive arguments. Look for common ground and areas where your interests align. The more you know about the other side, the better you can tailor your approach and build rapport from the start. Building rapport is one of the fastest ways to gain trust in a negotiation. Start with a friendly greeting, use open body language, and show genuine interest in the other person's perspective. Small talk can help break the ice and set a positive tone. When people feel comfortable, they're more likely to share information and work towards a mutually beneficial outcome. Remember, people do business with those they like and trust. Active listening is a powerful negotiation tool. Instead of thinking about your next point, focus on truly understanding what the other person is saying. Nod, maintain eye contact, and ask clarifying questions. This not only shows respect, but also helps you gather valuable information. Sometimes, the key to winning a negotiation is hidden in what the other side reveals. By listening carefully, you can uncover their true motivations and adjust your strategy accordingly. Questions are your secret weapon in negotiation. Instead of making demands, ask open-ended questions that encourage the other side to share more. For example, what's most important to you in this deal? Or how can we make this work for both of us? These questions not only reveal valuable information, but also show that you're interested in a win-win outcome. The more you know, the more leverage you have. Don't let yourself be rushed. Controlling the pace of the negotiation gives you time to think and prevents mistakes. If you need a moment, don't hesitate to pause or ask for a break. Slow down the conversation when discussing important points, and speed up when you sense agreement. By managing the tempo, you maintain control and keep the negotiation on your terms. Silence can be uncomfortable, but it's a powerful negotiation tool. After making a proposal or asking a question, stay quiet and let the other person respond. People often feel compelled to fill the silence, sometimes revealing more than they intended or making concessions. Use silence strategically to encourage the other side to speak first or reconsider their position. There's a saying in negotiation, whoever makes the first offer sets the anchor. By making the first offer, you establish the starting point for the discussion. This can influence the entire negotiation, as people tend to gravitate towards the initial number or proposal. Be bold, but reasonable with your first offer, and always leave room for negotiation. Anchoring gives you a psychological advantage. How you present your offer matters as much as the offer itself. Frame your proposal in a way that highlights the benefits for the other side. Use positive language and focus on shared interests. For example, instead of saying, "I need a lower price," try, "How can we work together to find a price that works for both of us?" Framing helps reduce resistance and encourages collaboration. BATNA stands for Best Alternative to a Negotiated Agreement. It's your backup plan if the negotiation doesn't go your way. Knowing your BATNA gives you confidence and prevents you from accepting a bad deal. Before negotiating, identify your alternatives and evaluate their value. The stronger your BATNA, the more power you have at the table. Just as you should know your own BATNA, try to estimate the other side's alternatives as well. If you sense that their options are limited, you can negotiate more assertively. On the other hand, if they have strong alternatives, you may need to be more flexible. Understanding both sides' BATNAs helps you find the right balance between firmness and compromise. Whenever possible, base your negotiation on objective standards like market value, industry benchmarks, or legal requirements. This removes emotion from the discussion and makes your position more credible. If both sides agree on the criteria, it's easier to reach a fair agreement. Objective standards also help resolve disagreements and prevent deadlock. It's easy to let emotions get in the way of a good deal. Remember to separate the people from the problem. Focus on the issue at hand. not personal differences or past conflicts. Treat the other side with respect, even if you disagree. By keeping things professional, you're more likely to find creative solutions and preserve the relationship for future negotiations. Negotiations can get tense, especially when stakes are high. Staying calm under pressure is essential. Take deep breaths, keep your tone steady, and avoid reacting emotionally. If you feel overwhelmed, ask for a break. Composure not only helps you think clearly, but also signals confidence to the other side. Remember, the calmest person in the room often has the most influence. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. In negotiation, empathy helps you see things from the other side's perspective, acknowledge their concerns, and show that you're listening. This builds trust and opens the door to creative solutions. When people feel understood, they're more likely to cooperate and reach an agreement. The best negotiations end with both sides feeling satisfied. Look for win-win solutions that address everyone's interests. Brainstorm options together and be open to creative ideas. Sometimes, a small concession on your part can lead to a bigger gain overall. By focusing on mutual benefit, you build stronger relationships and set the stage for future success. One of the most powerful positions in negotiation is being willing to walk away. If the deal doesn't meet your minimum requirements, don't be afraid to say no. Walking away shows that you value yourself and your interests. Often, this can prompt the other side to make a better offer. Remember, no deal is better than a bad deal. Concessions are a normal part of negotiation, but they should be given strategically. Never give something away without getting something in return. Make concessions gradually, and always highlight their value. This way, the other side appreciates your flexibility and feels compelled to reciprocate. Strategic concessions help you move closer to your goal without sacrificing too much. Much of communication is nonverbal. Pay attention to body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. These cues can reveal how the other side is feeling, even if their words say otherwise. If you notice signs of discomfort or hesitation, ask open-ended questions to address concerns. Reading nonverbal signals helps you adjust your approach in real time. Negotiations can take time, especially when the stakes are high. Practice patience and avoid rushing to a conclusion. Give the other side time to consider your proposals and respond thoughtfully. Sometimes, waiting is the best way to get what you want. Patience signals confidence and can lead to better outcomes. Flexibility is key to successful negotiation. Be open to new ideas and willing to adjust your approach as the conversation evolves. If you hit a roadblock, suggest alternative solutions or revisit earlier points. Flexibility shows that you're committed to finding a solution, not just sticking to your original plan. Time can be a powerful tool in negotiation. If you sense the other side is under time pressure, you may have more leverage. Conversely, if you're in a hurry, you might make unnecessary concessions. Use deadlines strategically, but never let them force you into a bad deal. Sometimes, simply waiting can shift the balance in your favor. Compromise is often necessary to reach an agreement. Decide in advance which points you're willing to be flexible on and which are non-negotiable. When you make a concession, frame it as a step towards mutual benefit. Compromise doesn't mean losing, it means finding a solution that works for everyone. Emotions can cloud judgment and derail negotiations. Stay aware of your feelings and keep them in check. If you feel frustrated or angry, take a moment to breathe and refocus. Emotional control helps you think clearly and respond strategically, rather than react impulsively. Remember, negotiation is a marathon, not a sprint. The words you choose can influence the outcome of a negotiation. Use positive, collaborative language that focuses on solutions rather than problems. Instead of saying, "I can't do that," try, "Here's what I can offer." Positive language encourages cooperation and helps build a constructive atmosphere. At key points in the negotiation, summarize what's been agreed upon so far. This ensures both sides are on the same page and prevents misunderstandings. Restating agreements also builds momentum and makes it easier to tackle remaining issues. Clear communication is the foundation of a successful negotiation. Objections are a natural part of negotiation. Instead of getting defensive, listen carefully and address concerns with empathy. Ask questions to clarify the objection and offer solutions that address the underlying issue. Handling objections gracefully shows professionalism and keeps the conversation moving forward. Silence isn't just a pause, it's a strategic tool. After making a key point or proposal, let the silence linger. This gives the other side time to process and often prompts them to fill the gap, sometimes with concessions or valuable information. Mastering the use of silence can tip the negotiation in your favor. Some negotiators use manipulation tactics, like false deadlines or emotional appeals, to gain an advantage. Stay alert and recognize these tactics when they arise. respond calmly, and stick to your strategy. If you sense manipulation, ask clarifying questions or request more time to consider. Awareness is your best defense. Keep the focus on finding solutions, not assigning blame. If the conversation gets stuck, redirect it towards problem solving. Ask, how can we move forward? Or what options haven't we considered? Staying solution-oriented keeps the negotiation productive and increases the chances of a positive outcome. Once you've reached an agreement, document it in writing. This ensures both sides are clear on the terms and prevents future misunderstandings. A written agreement serves as a reference point and protects your interests. Always review the document carefully before signing. Negotiation doesn't end when the deal is signed. Follow up with the other side to ensure that both parties are satisfied and that the agreement is being implemented as planned. This builds trust and sets the stage for future collaborations. A simple follow-up message can make a big difference. Every negotiation is an opportunity to learn and improve. After each experience, reflect on what went well and what could be better next time. Keep a journal of your negotiations to track your progress and identify patterns. Continuous learning makes you a stronger negotiator over time. Like any skill, negotiation improves with practice. Look for opportunities to negotiate in everyday life, whether it's at work, in the marketplace, or even with friends and family. The more you practice, the more confident and effective you'll become. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of the learning process. One effective way to sharpen your negotiation skills is through role play. Practice with a friend or colleague by simulating different negotiation scenarios. This helps you anticipate challenges, test strategies, and build confidence. Role-playing also allows you to experiment with different approaches in a safe environment. Feedback is essential for growth. After a negotiation, ask trusted colleagues or mentors for their perspective on your performance. What did you do well? Where can you improve? Honest feedback helps you identify blind spots and refine your approach for next time. Integrity is the foundation of successful negotiation. Always be honest and transparent in your dealings. Avoid deceptive tactics or making promises you can't keep. Ethical negotiators build lasting relationships and reputations that open doors to future opportunities. Not everyone negotiates the same way. Some people are direct, while others are more reserved. Adapt your style to match the person you're negotiating with. This doesn't mean changing your goals, but rather adjusting your communication to build rapport and understanding. Flexibility in style can make all the difference. In today's world, many negotiations happen online or over the phone. Use technology to your advantage, prepare documents in advance, use video calls for face-to-face interaction, and keep records of all communications. However, remember that tone and body language can be harder to read remotely, so pay extra attention to clarity and follow-up. Cultural differences can impact negotiation styles and expectations. Take time to learn about the cultural background of the person you're negotiating with. Respect their customs and adapt your approach as needed. Cultural awareness helps prevent misunderstandings and build stronger international relationships. Persuasion is at the heart of negotiation. Use logic, emotion, and credibility to make your case compelling. Tell stories, use examples, and appeal to shared values. The most persuasive negotiators are those who can connect with others and inspire agreement. It's easy to get bogged down in details, but always keep the big picture in mind. What's your ultimate goal? What matters most in the long run? By focusing on the big picture, you avoid getting stuck on minor points and keep the negotiation moving towards a successful outcome. After a successful negotiation, take time to celebrate your achievement. Recognize the effort you put in and the skills you used. Celebrating success boosts your confidence and motivates you for future negotiations. Remember, every win, big or small, is a step forward in your negotiation journey. Winning any negotiation isn't about tricks or manipulation, it's about preparation, empathy, and strategy. By applying the techniques we've discussed, you can approach every negotiation with confidence and skill. Remember to keep learning, practicing, and refining your approach. With time and experience, you'll become a true negotiation pro, ready to win any deal that comes your way.